In this video, I will show you how to apply for ILR as a partner of a settled person in the UK. So what it means by partner of a settled person, that means your partner is either a British citizen or settled person or a person with refugee leave to remain or humanitarian protection, and that leave is on the 5-year route and you have completed at least 5 years with leave on that route. So your partner is a British citizen, let's suppose, and you wanted to apply for ILR, then this application is for you. Now let me show you how to fill this application. Go on gov.uk, in the search section write indefinite leave to remain. Go down, look for indefinite leave to remain if you have family in the UK. Now this is different if you have family in different. If you got a skilled worker visa, your partner had skilled worker visa and you wanted to apply for ILR, then you will click this one. Or if you got skilled worker visa previously and you have completed 5 years, then you will click this one. Otherwise, you will click indefinite leave to remain if you have family in the UK. This is where it explains as well. Reason I'm creating this video is to guide you how I have done it. I'm not a solicitor, not a consultant. I'm just showing and sharing my journey, how I have done it. So you can see over here, it says you can apply as a partner with your family visa, as a partner, as a dependent on your partner's work visa, parent with your family visa, a child. So this case is basically so let's suppose your partner is British citizen, then you will click this one. It's a lot of confusion because this application is known as SET M. Apply as a partner family visa. So this means check your route ILR. So 5 years route, and further says your relationship. Your current visa must be based on your relationship with your partner. You must be either a husband. You must also have lived together since you last renewed your visa. If you go down over here, this is where it says all the details. So if you have applied for your family visa before 11th to April 2024, in that case, you and your partner must have usually combined income of at least 18,600. But if you have applied your visa, family visa, after 11th April 2024, which won't be your case just now, you and your partner will need to prove have combined income at least 29,000 a year. So over here, if you go down, this is where it will give you the option 5 or 2-year route, apply online. So if I click this link, then this link will take me to this page. Apply to settle in the UK, partner of a set person or parent of a child already settled in the UK. So let's suppose someone already got the British citizenship or settled person, ILR for example, and they wanted to apply. Go down over here, click apply now. Start new application. Your location. Are you currently in the UK? Yes. Other home office application. So no, there is no other application. So what does this mean? Do you currently have application with the home office for leave to remain, for which you have not received a decision? So this is not the case. So no, save and continue. Your current visa or leave to remain. A British citizen is your current entry clearance or leave to remain as a partner of one of the following. A British citizen, a person settled in the UK. So in this case, a British citizen. If that's the case, you will click yes. Select no if you are applying as a parent of a child present or settled in the UK. Then that's different. Okay. Next question is, were you originally granted leave on the basis of an application made before 9th April 2012 as a partner? No. So click save and continue. Now register an email and then click save and continue. So we got 7 sections. Number 1 is the start. Number 2, application. 3rd is finance. 4 is documents. 5 is declaration. 6 is pay. Number 7 is further actions. So let's start with the first one. Are you currently in the UK? This is about the personal information. Do you currently have an application with the Home Office for leave to remain for which you have not yet received a decision? Is your current entry clearance or leave to remain as a partner of one of the following? Number 1, a British citizen. So if you got married to someone who is already British citizen. A settled person, someone who already got the ILR. 3rd option is about refugee. 4th is about EUSS. 5th is about ECA. Next one is, were you originally granted leave on the basis of the application made before 9th July 2012 as a partner? So most of the cases, no. Email address, who does this belongs to? So if it's your email address, you'll put your email address. Immigration advisor, if you're using any solicitor, then you will. The question is, do you have an immigration advisor based in the UK? Next one is about personal information. In which category are you applying for ILR? Duty to give all reasons. So over here, they want to make sure that you give all the reasons. So you must include all your reasons for wanting to stay in the UK on this application. If you apply later, giving reasons you could give now, you may lose the right to appeal a refusal of that application. You can give your additional reasons in the space provided at the end of this application. Click continue. Now let's jump to section 2, which is about application. It says once the questions for the main applicant have been completed, you will be able to add additional applicant to this application, such as family member or dependent. So if you want to apply for your children along with you, you can do that on the same application. So set M, this is the application which you are submitting, and edit your response about the applicant. So let's start with that. So we have already filled the application. So now because it's already done, that's why it says. So next is we'll ask you about personal information, other names. You go down to ask about the address, nationality, all the basics ones. Do you have biometric residence permit? So if you have, you will provide that. Even if it's expired, you will still provide that. Do you have any national identity card? So whichever country you belongs to, you provide the national identity card of that country. Do you currently hold or have you ever held any other nationality? If you have, you will provide that. Do you have any family in your country of birth, nationality, or any other country where you have lived for more than 5 years? This question is a bit difficult. Many people get confused with this. So the question is about, do you have any family member? So let's suppose you are living in the UK for more than 5 years. That's why you are applying for ILR. The question is, do you have any family member in your country of birth? So the place where you were born. Let's suppose India. Okay. Nationality. Further it says, or any other country where you have lived more than 5 years. So because you are applying for ILR, obviously you must have lived in the UK for more than 5 years. That means you will select yes. Provide details. So you need to provide the details of all the family members you have. Do you have any friends in your country of birth, nationality, or any other country where you have lived more than 5 years? So if you have any friends, you will provide the details. Are you part of any social group, or do you have other cultural ties in your country of birth, nationality, or any other country where you have lived more than 5 years? You'll provide the details for that. Immigration details. Do you have any home office reference number? Obviously your previous application you have extended. So this is like you applied once and now you have extended, or you have applied for the first time, skilled worker visa, whatever. You will provide that number. Current status. What is your national insurance number? Okay, let me tell you one thing before we go forward. If you don't have the documents, let's suppose you don't have, then watch this video. I have explained how you can get the documents from the Home Office. You can request them and they will send you the documents. You have right to do that. So this video will guide you. Next question, current status. What is your current NI number? Knowledge of language of life in the UK. So you must have passed the test. So you'll say yes. Enter your life in UK unique reference number. Make sure you provide the full reference number. It will start with 3 letters and / and then around 6 digits. So it will be like a long number. English language. Have you provided evidence of your English language ability in your previous application? Or for example, you have applied for skilled worker visa previously. So yes, you have. So the answer is yes. Have you passed an approved English language test? So if you have done IELTS, you will say yes. If you have done the degree, and let's suppose you have done NA, NIRAC, or ECCTIS, in that case, you will say no, but you will provide the details afterwards. Are you claiming an exemption from English language test due to medical condition? Do you have exceptional circumstances that prevent you to take the test? What languages do you fluently speak? How long you have lived in the UK? Since you started living in the UK, have you spent time outside the UK? Where did you spend time outside the UK for more than 2 weeks? So the question is about 2 weeks. So let's suppose you have spent 5 days in Maldives or 5 days in Spain. You don't need to include that because the question is about more than 2 weeks. Anything less than 2 weeks, it's okay. When did you leave the UK? When did you return the UK? What was the reason for this spend outside the UK? Let's suppose you have spent 3 weeks in India. Then you will provide the reason why you have spent. Travel history. So if for either the UK or any other country, your visa was refused, you were refused to entry, deported, removed, anything, you will provide all the details over here. So let's suppose you applied for student visa for UK in 15 years ago, and now it's it was refused at that time. So now you need to provide the details about it. Give details of what happened, which country, when did the immigration problem happen, do you have an appeal against the decision, give more details of what happened. Next one is conviction and other penalties. This is about other penalties. Whenever we talk about other penalties, over here it says a penalty for a driving offense, because this is most common. For example, you were speeding. You need to disclose that. You need to say yes for that. A criminal conviction, an arrest, or a civil court judgment. You need to provide, or for example, of non-payment of debt, bankruptcy, proceeding, or antisocial behavior. So if you have any civil court judgment, you will provide the details. Civil penalty issued under UK immigration law, you will provide that. Next is give more details. For example, the fine points on your license. So if you were speeding, you will provide all the details. Date of penalty, which country was the offense was, other history in either piece of war. So any war crimes, anything, you will answer all these questions. I won't go in detail because this is all about anything you have done, any criminal activity, etc. Next one is about current partner. So what is the name of the current partner? What is the sex of your current partner? Country of nationality, other nationality, what is the name, date of birth of the person? What is your partner basis for living in the UK? How long they have been British citizenship? I can confirm. I'll provide all the details. Does this person have any home office reference number? Entry of home office reference number. Spouse partner details. Has your partner previously been sponsored as a partner of a settled person? This is someone who got the UK, for example, your husband, he married to someone before, so you'll provide, you need to provide all the other details. Current partner, spouse partner details, current partner, were you related to this person before you became partner? Spouse partner details. Are you and your partner married or in a civil partnership? Were you married or in a civil partnership when you were last granted leave? Current partner. When did you married? Which town, country, what type of ceremony was that? Did both the applicant and the spouse attended the marriage in person? Or was arranged marriage? Spouse partner details. What was the age of the partner? What was the age your partner at the time of the marriage or civil partnership? Do you or your partner have any children together? Do you have any children whose parent is not your partner? Does your partner have any children living in the UK from previous relationship? Current partner. Do you and your partner currently live together? When did you started living together? Do you and your partner intend to continue living together in the UK? How long your partner lived together in the UK? What is your partner UK address? How long has your partner lived at this address? Is this your partner main residence? Spouse and partner details. Have you lived in your partner permanently in the UK since being granted temporary leave as a partner? Address with the partner. Then they will ask you about relationship details. The relationship details, are you currently married or in a civil partnership with another person? Have you lived previously or married previously in another relationship? So these are the questions they will ask. Next one, when you will click, it will ask you about the other applicant. So let's suppose you wanted to add any child. So this is where you will add this applicant and you will provide. So you can add dependent child over here. Now let's start section 3, which is about finances. Do you or your partner currently have any of these benefits? Is your partner currently sponsoring any other additional children? Finance. Can you meet the financial requirement? Which type of income you will rely on meet the financial requirement? So for example, employment or whatever you have. If you have the employment, you will provide all the details for that. So finance, add employment income for the main applicant. What is your current job title? What type of employment? When did your current employment begin? Have they been employed by the same employer for more than 6 months prior to date of this application? What do they earn? So if it's a continuous income, you will provide that. If it's not a continuous income, you will provide accordingly. So not the same amount continuously above the financial requirement amount. So you will select this option. What is their annual income before tax. What is the name of the employer? So you will provide the address, company phone number, company email address, and you will also confirm this that I will provide all the following documents as evidence. For example, pay slips covering any period of salaried employment, current and previous, in the period of 6 months prior to date of application. A letter from employer. Many people do get confused that why should I provide that? But without this, you can't go forward. It won't let you submit the application. So you do need a letter from employer who issued the pay slips confirming the employment, that you are currently working for him. The gross annual salary, that your gross annual salary is £30,000, for example. How long the employment was held. The current date, the start date of your employment, the period over which the person has been paid, the level of salary stated in their application, and the type of employment. So is it fixed or permanent or contract? You also need to provide personal bank statement corresponding to the same period. So for example, you're providing 6 months pay slips, you need to provide 6 months bank statement. Pay slips, if let's suppose pay slips says you have received £2,000, the same should be received in your bank as well. Next is optionally, I will also provide the following documents. A P60. P60 is very important, because when you provide P60, that's confirm many things. The next question is, are they a director or non-executive director of a limited company? If you are a director, you need to provide that. Next one is employment, finance. Now, this is about your partner. So the first one was about yourself, second one is about the partner. Same questions, and you will provide all the details. Now, then click continue. You will come to section 4, which is about documents. So in documents, they will ask you about, do you have any other reason for wanting to stay in the UK? So you will provide all the list of documents. For example, evidence of an active relationship with child or parent, or medical evidence such as serious illness, etc. Mandatory documents, we are talking about the passport issued by the country, declaration signed by your partner. That's very important. Other documents, personal bank statement corresponding to the same period, personal bank statement corresponding for this one is about your partner. 6 letters or other documents addressed to you and your partner at the same address to show that you have been living together during the past 2.5 years. Pay slips covering any period of employment, current and previous, in the month of last 6 months of the application. Pay slips again for your husband. Evidence of your husband's settled status. A letter from the employer, like we just discussed. A letter from the employer for your husband as well. A P60, all previous passports, evidence, monthly housing cost, accommodation in the UK where you have lived or will live in, documents supporting any reason to live in the UK, evidence of council tax cost. You need to provide all these documents. Next, you would click continue. Now, the third last part is declaration. After that, we'll have pay and further actions. Declaration is basically by sending this application, you confirm that to the best of your knowledge and belief that the following is correct. The information relating to the application, the supporting evidence. So you basically confirming that I confirm that I am the applicant, age 18 and over. You will take this, you will click I accept the above.
So once you have declared everything, then you will click continue. The next option, it will ask you about the services. So you have 2 options. Number 1, standard service, pay 3029, super priority service, pay 4029. Usually you may get the third option, which is in the middle, which is priority service. Sometimes they don't show that service and you end up like this. So this is very common. Many people do ask me that we're not getting that service. So if you're not getting that, then you have no other option, either to select this or to select this. The difference is £1,000 in between. The other one is £500 extra. This one is £1,000 extra. But this super priority service is basically most people get a decision by the end of next working day after attending their biometric appointment. And then you click save and continue. So let's suppose if I click save and continue, then it will ask me before you continue, you need to pay. So you click on that, you pay for it, and then you will jump on next step.
Further actions. Now let's complete this section. This is the last section. In this section, you have to upload mandatory actions, download and sign family declaration form. This is important. If you don't do this, your application will be refused. So this is one of the important things. Download declaration form. Attend an appointment to provide documents and biometric. This is important. So they have provided you the date. Before this date, you have to provide your biometric, and you can book your appointment. Further, it says you must book an appointment, fingerprints, facial. So that's just a normal. You must have done it before. If you are under age 16, you must be accompanied by a responsible. So that's the same thing. At the bottom, to book an appointment, you may need the following information. So name, unique application number, optional. So download your supporting checklist. That's important. So download this, and this list will be available until until 6 months roughly. Download a copy of the application form. You can download a copy as well. Keep that in as a record, because this will be only available for 6 months. Once you have done it, it will be disappeared after that. Then in the end, just click your book appointment and you are ready to book your appointment, and that's your application. Go for the appointment. Once your appointment is done, all good. Make sure you take your passport with your appointment. If you have come to my channel first time, don't forget to subscribe. I've created loads of videos on sharing how you can do all these things yourself. It's very easy. It's not something difficult. I'm not a solicitor, not a consultant. I'm just showing and sharing my journey, how I have done it. And if you have any question, put that in comment section. I'll get back to you.